As you can see, the edge of this bushing is completely destroyed, so it's impossible to knock this further out with the tools I have on hand. Hello everybody and welcome to part 41 of this car review series on my Jaguar S-Type. To keep updated, consider subscribing to my channel, and if doing so, please also ring the bell, otherwise you won't get notified as soon as new content is online. At the end of August, I'm already celebrating the first anniversary of this project, and of course I'm planning to create something special for you. So if you want to see certain footage or have questions answered, just leave a comment below. I haven't made a final decision yet concerning the stator bushing that is missing in my kit, because there's kind of a problem with the E-drum bushing too. As you can see, the OE one comes with little pockets that obviously shall collect fluid and ensure a proper lubrication, while the bushing of my kit, as you can see, this even came twice, is 100% flat, which I consider to be a downgrade compared to the OE situation. Therefore, I decided to order both the E-drum bushing and the stator bushing from Sonex, which is easier said than done, at least here in Europe, since their bushings only seem to be available as kits. But what am I doing with two bushing kits? However, I'm confident to somehow get my hands on the individual parts so that I now can start installing the remaining bushings. I will start with the two identical bushings this drum comes with. There's one on this side and one on the opposite. As you may know, this drum surrounds the E-clutch drum, and the part riding on these bushings is the intermediate shaft. As you can see, the edge of this bushing is completely destroyed, so it's impossible to knock this further out with the tools I have on hand. I will go for a special puller until next time and now continue with some easier task. Let's attempt the E-clutch drum. Both bushings, the one here on the inside as well as the one on the outside, stick out a little bit, so I should be more successful at removing those. Yes, and actually this looks good. That's the inner bushing. And here the replacement part that came with my kit. This inner bushing stuck out a little bit on the inner side, but was flush with the lower edge of its seating. Up to the second one. And here it is. That's kind of funny now. I actually started with the other drum because I was afraid this will get complicated. This bushing has two different edges, a beveled one and a straight one, and the beveled one belongs to the upper side. Yes, and it's fully seated on all sides. The inner bushing also comes with a beveled edge that has to end up on top, but its other straight edge has no seating. This has to be aligned with the edge here inside. So let's build a temporary seating for this second bushing. 55 millimeters is the perfect size here. I will also do a little clean up on this side. Okay. And it's fully seated as well. Even though today's first try was a disaster, I'm gonna attempt one more drum. That's the B drum, and it comes with two identical bushings, one here on top and another one on the inside. Both are recessed, but at least the upper one is not seated as the first one was, so I should get this out. And as expected, it moves straight downwards. Of course, I forgot to measure how far this bushing was recessed. But luckily there's a dirt left that marks the upper edge of this bushing, and this was sitting around 2 3/4 of a millimeter underneath this recessed edge and around 4.5 millimeters measured from top. Hopefully I'm just as lucky with the second one. That's also recessed the same amount, around 4.5 millimeters. Again, looks good. Okay, not that good because it's now sitting on an edge underneath. That looks good now. Okay, I got the small screwdriver behind this bushing, and actually this was the only way to get it out. The surface here is hurt a little bit, but not too bad, I guess. So, and now this has to be recessed 4.5 millimeters. The size I use here is 39 millimeters. This will bring it, I think, 1.5 or 2 millimeters further down. No, it was only 1 millimeter. Let's try this 38 millimeter. Okay, now it ends at the recessed edge. And I think the 37 millimeter will get it as far down as I need it. But this also means I have to be really careful now. Because if it's down too far, I won't get it back up. Okay, that's around 2 millimeters underneath this recessed edge. This is the needle bearing and its lip that has to fit inside here. Yeah, and this lip is riding on the bushing. So I have to knock it a little further down. There's still contact, at least on this side. When I was trying on this needle bearing before removing the old bushing, there was around half a millimeter to a millimeter room in between. And exactly that way I want to restore it. Yes, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. Now up to the bushing on the shaft side. The first step, it's flat. And now I have to recess it this 4.5 millimeters again. I have to take a smaller one, the 37 millimeter. Doesn't get it further down. Let's try the 36. Yes, and it's a little too small, but that's all I have. It's now around 1 millimeter underneath the beveled edge all around. So 1 3/4 millimeter to go. That's it again for now. Are you curious what happens next? Me too, but for you it's maybe only a click away. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up or maybe even subscribe to my channel. See you back next time. Goodbye.